Hey guys, and welcome back to the Movie-Club Emporium. And this week, I hope that I can pull you away for just a moment while we're waiting for the big game. To talk about a movie that was requested. And so thank you to Amber's friend Amy, who requested that I talk about with you on this superb owl Sunday, Zombeavers. So I went into this movie having not seen it, but it's called Zombeavers. And I was like, is 77 minutes too long for just a cacophony of beaver jokes? And we'll get to that at the end. But let's get to this. This movie is kind of what if cabin fever was happening? And by that I mean the amount this movie characters have, they're at cabin fever character unlikability. We have these three girls and their three beaux, although one of them is a little complicated. And then it gets weirdly complicated. And they're all unlikable. There is a small dog in this movie that is kind of likable. Just don't look this movie up on doesthedoglive.com because you will be disappointed. And they are attacked by evil, toxic waste possessed beavers, thanks to Bill Burr and a fake mustached John Mayer. And so if you ever wondered what would happen if sorority babes were attacked by the raccoons from the great outdoors while being possessed by the evil dead, and it's one 77-minute long vagina joke, then you're going to have a good time with Zombeavers. I will say this, and it's going to sound facetious, and I don't mean it to at all. I was utterly floored when we were watching this movie, because I made Amber watch it with me because, I mean, her friend that wanted me to talk about it. This movie waits a whole 13 minutes before somebody gets naked. And to me, that seemed like a lifetime in a 77-minute movie about zombie beavers. So kudos to them for showing some kind of artistic restraint. What is amazing in this movie, besides just the fact that credit where credit's due, it's mostly puppet killer beavers, and they look fantastic. And they kill in fantastic ways. And there's a twist toward the end about what happens to people who are bitten by these zombeavers. They become giant werebeavers themselves, which leads to the image of a woman in a bikini and cut off jean shorts with a giant beaver tail that won't leave my head anytime soon. But what really is amazing is, so you have these three girls and three guys, and they're really not anybody you know. But every other character in this movie, it's like a who's who of character actors. And I don't know how they got them. Again, some of them are, comedians like Bill Burr, or again, like weirdly mustache, like it's John Mayer, but he kind of looks like David Koresh with a mustache. But I will say this, John Mayer probably has my favorite joke of the movie. One that doesn't involve the word beaver. At the beginning. But there's so many like amazing characters, whether it's the neighbor couple, older couple, there's this weird like huntsman character that totally is a character that we made in one of our high school movies based on a guy we knew in our hometown. Shout out to David. Um, I just don't understand how all these characters like it feels like they were. This movie was filmed like during the off hours at some horror con. They're like, "Hey, you want to make a movie while we're here, all of us together?" Uh, Again, it's Cabin Fever meets Evil Dead meets this weird like overly complicated love triangle that comes about in this movie. Again, for all this build up to 77 minutes of beaver jokes, it wasn't terrible. It certainly wasn't good, but I think Amber and I had fun watching it, so I will say there's that. You get some friends together, have a few drinks. Uh, especially if we're all the same like middle school like giggle levels. And humor is still, an 11-year-old boy, then it's a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of a movie that came out that because of when it came out was touted as America's answer to Shaun of the Dead, which is a film called Dead and Breakfast, and it certainly was not up to the task of being called that. But this movie reminds me of that a lot. Only that movie has a zombie dance sequence in it, so it's kind of points against this one. But no, it's a fun, dumb, really dumb kind of horror comedy that knows exactly what it is. Doesn't try to do more, even though it's outcasted its own film. I will say this about the director of the movie. He has another movie that, because of this, I'm oddly curious about, and it's about a murderous sentient drone. With some of the same young actors and actresses, but then also like a whole new like slew of well-known character actors in it. I don't understand it. Like he's got to be like their wrangler, an autograph wrangler at one of these conventions, and he just like makes friends with these people. But yeah, Zombeavers, is it something that I would say skip the big game for? No. But if you don't want to check out whatever Grandpa show's coming on after the game on CBS, then by all means, get you and your friends. You had a few brews. Perhaps, your ladies have been screaming or whoever, and, the game's over, and depending on the outcome, depends on what Taylor Swift song we're all singing. You wanna continue the party? Put on Zombeavers. It's on Tubi, so it's free to watch, which is another good thing in its favor because I don't think I'm gonna pay for it. So again, thank you, Amy, for suggesting this movie. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't. It was better than I expected. So check out Zombeavers. And you don't understand how long this video is. I have been fighting the urge to make my own beaver jokes, but I'm an adult. Please. So I don't know. Something wood related. Bye.